Hey gamers, you want a 2,000 or 250,000k redeem? I'll think about it. I'll think about it, Isopla. Keep saving your points. I'll think about it. NB Index, thank you for the Prime resubscribe. Hello everybody, welcome to Titanium Court. I was looking around on Steam, and it seems like curse breaking might be mostly about getting achievements. That doesn't mean we're not going to do it. Because I haven't been doing it intentionally anyway. It's sort of just been happening. So we're just going to go for it. What we did last stream is we got trapped in a mirror. We did a little introspection. And then we left the mirror. I think there was something I was going to do. Somewhere, but I don't remember what. I remember coming out of here and being like, there's something I gotta do. Should we go to the gates? Just double check. How we doing? Okay. Gotta find 2 more keys. Okay. What's happening on the top of the wall here? I supplied it's tempting. It's certainly tempting. Oh, actually, you know what? I do need to... one of my keys was held with the people. I do need to do the labyrinth pathing, too. I see, that's just my loadout. The loadout I just had. Let's go to the West Wing. Yeah, let's try the library. Yes. Alright, it was door. Door. West. Down. Alright, and then... We went in a big loop. So I guess just back up? Okay. You didn't get lost this time! Yay! Alright, a visiting dignitary has taken a seat over there. You almost forgot about him. Oh yeah, I did forget about him. A large and ominous book sits on the table. Let's talk to the dignitary. You find the visiting dignitary seated in the library reading an old TV guide in the moonlight. Ah, how lovely. Ah, Your Majesty, perfect. I tire of this shallow contemporary literature. Let's discuss something weighty. Have you had a chance to review the court's recorded curses yet? Not yet. Can you assume the ominous book on the table is the one he mentioned? It is. Read it first, and we may discuss. Okay. 13 Curses of Titanium Court. Despite the size of the book, the list is relatively small. It reads as follows. Curse of War, lifted. Your scholars claim that, yes, it was through the Ashtar Galactic Command. Curse of Petrification. Yes, by explaining how the stop sign functioned. The Curse of Comfort. Curse of Guardianship, which is when we got the egg in the end zone. Curse of Violence. Curse of Context. Curse of Resistance. We opened the jar. Curse of Employment. Alright, so maybe we need to do a run with no job. Curse of Losing, took the lead. Curse of Specialization. Curse of Innocence. Curse of Curiosity. Okay. Oh, okay, so we can ask about some of the curses. I feel like the Curse of Curiosity will come when we finish asking those questions of Puck in the chapel. That's my instinct. Let's learn about the Curse of Context. If you're to lift the Curse of Context, you think you'll require a bit more context. Of course, one must first possess something before they can rid themselves of it. Honestly, the name Curse of Context is a bit grandiose, even for my taste. You can lift it merely by removing your surroundings. Okay, like if you removed all neighboring tiles during battle or something? A bit more grandiose than that. You'll need to remove every other tile during battle. Oh. Okay. My instinct is that if we, like, build a lot of walls or destroy a lot of things with volcanoes, maybe something like that. Alright. Alright. Yeah, it seems hard. Yeah, I assume the 13th curse is the curse of playing Titanium Court. Alright, let's drop some stuff down in the pantry. I have to be a little bit selective about this. Lizzie Who, thank you for the resubscribe. Yeah, okay. How am I? I'll go ahead and place a rock. I guess I should place it... I want to place it here. And we'll place a food over here. And then we'll place wood. Do it there. And... there. And there. And that's it. Alright. I feel like that's also going to be a curse, maybe. Let's see. Break room. As you return to the sinister water cooler, whispers Barraju. Okay, Leviathan Paola scandal reaches its apex. So you already knew some of the pointless rituals involved, but now we know all of them. Okay. We thought that the beast only had eyes for offerings, but it turns out it also appreciates money. Okay. If a limb is not surrounded by any field, woods, or hills, then that limb will only accept offerings of cash. But that's not all. See, if the court can manage to bribe every limb, then the transaction can be concluded by offering money to the head. Wonder what it spends it on. With this, we understand the true nature of this creature. Avarice. Well, perhaps the remaining undiscovered depths to the spirit and character, but that's not what I've heard. Okay. I got an espresso tonic. Those are taking over St. Louis right now. I don't know if you've had much engagement with these. This one was a mint lemon or mint lemonade, maybe, espresso tonic. I was really dubious about them at first, but I've turned a corner, and now I'm really into them, which is a shame. It's literally espresso, like a double shot of espresso, tonic water, and then some sort of juice or flavoring. So far, my favorite is just espresso, tonic, and orange juice. It's quite good. It's quite good. It doesn't seem like it should work, but it kind of all functions together very nicely. You have to go to a place that has good espresso. So if they got a good fruity espresso, it kind of incorporates better with the fruit juice. They like lift each other. Is it sweet? Not, I mean, it's more sweet than like a black coffee because it's got like fruit juice in it. It usually has some fruit juice or syrup or something like that. Yes, and most importantly, I'm safe from malaria. It's weird. It's a weird drink. Like a sparkling Americano? Yeah, kind of. It's kind of like a spritz. Kind of like a coffee spritz. There's all over Brooklyn, too. I have to assume it was popular in Brooklyn and then has spilt over. Because I feel like I saw them in New York years ago when I still lived in New York. And then I started seeing them in Seattle when I visited Seattle. And now it's here in the Midwest. I quite like them, though. That's the thing, Hobbs. It doesn't seem like it should work. I was resistant for a while because I was like, why? What? But I'm into it now. Alright. I have to fulfill... to pass on. Okay. Maybe I'm spreading it? As a globe-trotting citizen, it's possible. Espresso tonics do have plenty of caffeine. They usually have like a double shot of espresso. Rhubarb! Olympus Mons! Is it rhubarb season already? Oh. 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 My radishes have come in. I actually, during my espresso stop, I got a baguette. And after the stream, I'm gonna pop my sweet little radishes out of the ground. I'm gonna slice the radishes, put some butter on that baguette, put the radishes on the butter, sprinkle a little crispy salt on top. I'm gonna be living a good life. And then I'm gonna turn the greens into salad. So, just pretty excited. Pretty excited that it's that season. Okay. Can't buy anything. That's fine. Let's see. Should be able... Oh. Alright, I guess we're doing comfort. For approaching the table, you pause. Thermostat is currently set to comfort 5. Enough to firmly decide this contest in favor of comfort. I see. If you proceed, you won't be able to change your mind and rule a favor of strife at a later date. You should consider whether comfort is really where your loyalties lie. No? I can't talk to them? Did they both just have keys? I don't remember. Trial by agent. That rules, actually. That seems like a nice association. Ooh, Meyer says, I have a forced rhubarb shrub maturing in the fridge. Oh, I bet that would get along with some tonic water. Actually, yeah, I think so. That sounds incredible. All right, I think I'm gonna go for strife. It's just my instinct. So, and we're close to getting strife, but I think we're like 1 off. So... Enter your office? I guess so. Oh no, we need to do... Wait, is there anything I want to do in my office? I should check my journal. Oh my god. Just keeps piling on more to-do stuff. Review my journal. Oh, I already gave my money up. Well... Yeah, let's do the last right. Okay. So I think I need to be... I think I was doing this poorly. I think I need to be aiming for the least... Or the most for money. If that makes sense. Sadly, there's 2 4 stops that I'm going to do instead. Oh. So much bread, though. There's so much bread on the table. Let me do the bread. Ugh. Alright, anything but water. Wood's the best, but I can't get any wood. Can I get any stone? Not really. Not a great board. Pretty terrible board. Oh, that's the final word. Okay. All right. I did way better, though. Yeah, I think the higher numbers are bad. I want the lower numbers. Okay. I was also curious to see if it would take into account the money I had at the end of the round, or... So I have to do that before I go to the gift shop and turn my money into tickets. Okay. No unusual memories. Do we want to do... I think we're gonna... I think I want to do another round of whatever the fuck this is. if you definitely like to read more about your time in the mysterious monastery, it's getting pretty late. You can look at this entry again in the morning. I see. That makes sense. All right, well, let's go do our chapel questionnaire with this asshole. Yeah, actually, I would love to know why you didn't want me to look in the mirror, dude. Why did he not want me to do that? Sure, being trapped within your self-reflection for a time was inconvenient, but neither that nor the truth caused any lasting harm. Oh, you've got it all wrong. Keeping you from looking in the mirror had nothing to do with the truth or whatever. It didn't? Of course not. I was just trying to keep you away from that blasted shortcut. That's right, the shortcut. Why? I don't have to answer that. That's right, he doesn't. That's right, there was a shortcut. That's what I was trying to come back to. You idly wonder how much time you spent at the court. Has it been hours, days, years? For some reason, a part of you thinks it's precisely 12 hours, 4 minutes, and 50 seconds since your arrival. But you know for a fact that can't possibly be true. The mirror can take you to the evening just past victory if you so choose. Dare you look in the mirror once again? It'll take me to victory. Just past victory. My instinct is that this is how we leave if we manage sufficient self-change, I guess? Should I look in the... I'm gonna look in the mirror again. With your self-reflection now complete, the mirror won't consume you unless you allow it to. Enter the mirror? No. Perhaps another time. I mean, I'm intrigued by this new mirror thing, but I don't want to... kind of just don't want to fuck with it. Someone is watching something on the TV? Ah, it's a baseball game. Ah, Her Majesty. I have heard you are partial to baseball. Very fine. Very good. Mechtel says hello, YouTube. Well, what they say in particular is, I hope you're doing well today. I'm intrigued. Yeah, Paul, the shortcut's intriguing. It's really tempting. I am a baseball fan myself as of 5 minutes ago. I am fascinated by the foul. Let us discuss. The score is 112 to 76. Now, wait a minute. You think the trailing team is very unlikely to win from this position. A weariness overtakes you. Did you wake up this tired? Is it the droning voice of the man to your left? What if my love of baseball potion is fading away? I'm sobering up. Thank you, Mechtel. Meyer waves back. And with no options left, what else can they do but foul, foul, foul? If they hope to survive, they must transgress. How divine, how He's been speaking this entire time. You suspect he's the type of person who will speak endlessly to fill a silence. Something that you can appreciate given your current fatigue. Oh, is he watching a basketball game? A vested interest in halting the course of events. They must snub their noses at fate. I see. What if I have to get a potion of liking basketball? Interesting. Let's get breakfast. You're curious about whether there are any limits or restrictions to the longevity of your Fey courtiers. They're immortal. Your Majesty, astute as ever, you're asking about the deal with our deals. You're correct. Eternal longevity and continuity of flesh and spirit are not free. In exchange, we fairies must endure one of our more tragic flaws, the sum of which constitute our deal. But get this, every fairy's deal is unique. For example, part of my deal is that I frequently discuss taboo subjects at the inappropriate volume in public places. You notice as she says this, the rest of the table has gone silent. Your other courtiers avoiding eye contact and staring into their soup. A fairy's deal is something very personal, you see. It's often embarrassing and dangerous weakness, or perhaps merely a source of frequent internalized shame. The rest of the dining hall quiets down, causing her voice to ring out even louder. Because of this, most fairies will avoid the subject entirely. Diners at the edge of your table begin to silently excuse themselves. But not me. I'm happy to discuss these subjects at length. I can go on and on if you let me. Given that you have many more questions about the nature of these deals, you actually are quite tempted to let her go on, but your sense of propriety holds your tongue, and you quickly change the subject. But, got a bunch of bread. Not so bad. Look out the window. A cat on the windowsill! It's a different cat. With the incredible prescience, you perfectly predict what happens next. A really funny way of doing that. Crash! Yelps of surprise emanate from below. You step back from the windowsill and pretend you didn't see anything. Oh, I hope we see this new kitty again. All right. We could do clockwork. I think I said I wanted to focus on completing the game. I don't necessarily know how to do that. What is this job? Carve the earth and earn cash. So if I want to focus a little bit, I guess this is one of my requirements. 3 eggs together, reunite the dire goats, complete the pile. I guess we should focus on the Leviathan because that's the current prophecy. There we go. All right. We're trying to do a victory over the Leviathan. Carve the earth and earn cash. Yeah, well, let's just see it. Let's just see how this goes. Yeah, we're gonna crank up strife. Okay, the wormhole was manageable. No water would be rough. No hospitals would be rough. Begin the war at half health. Gathering resources will damage terrain. All right. Gather stone. Designate any tile as a valid military target. I think we'll do wormhole. You cannot gather water. Cannot gather stone. Egg. Increased prices. Cannot gather food. I think we'll do cannot gather food. Because I got a little food bonus. So I think it'll be okay. All right. Extra fields isn't going to help us because we can't gather food. So one of these hills. Knight's goons. Catapult's goons. This one's given a chest. So we're going to do that one. Yeah, some rough ones, Paul. Okay. So there's that creature. Earn money by carving the earth. I'm wondering if that means we get money when we mine hills. We're gonna find out. What do I need for my shit? Mostly stone. Okay. Oh, you got treasure, but I would love to get rid of you. But you got treasure, huh? But I really want to get rid of you. Yeah. Whew. Alright, you I will keep. Oh, even though you keep putting me in such lovely positions. Let's see. There we go. Alright. I was really wanting to get rid of that last one. Alright. Alright, let's crack open. Nice. Okay. Nice. Hell yeah. Okay. That was good treasure chests. Okay. You know the drill, right? Grab a card and I'll explain how to use it. Okay, archers. Oh. Defends your court. I mean, it's gotta be this one. Because rocks are our whole thing. Nice. When your court is safe, they'll gather some stone from you. But when it's under attack, they'll come defend it. They're not tough at all. It takes at least 2 of them to win a fight against a soldier. Okay. You'll probably lose one in the process. Cool. All right. These techniques seem geared toward defending a stronghold. What does this have to do with self-defense? Heh, sounds like somebody hasn't expanded their concept of the self to include their community yet. Let me check out this blowhard. I need more training. That's right. Now get the fuck out of here, kid. All right, so we're here. Got some good stone protection. Let's see. Designate any tile. So I think I could just send... Yeah, I'm gonna designate you as enemy. And we'll just see if that works. I'm worried that they're... Oh, let's actually undo that. I'm worried they're too far away and that they're gonna come attack me first. So maybe we'll just do... like that. And then we'll get a bunch of miners to defend. Oh, let's just see how this goes. Oh, man. Oh, okay. Not going exactly how I would hoped. Oh, okay. But I got money because they destroyed... I got money because the enemy destroyed stone. Okay. Okay. I can get food now, so I should probably go to this field. Although... this one got chests. I love the chest meta. Alright, we need stone and bread most, and then a little bit wood. But I want chests. We're gonna do it. Okay. Alright. Ooh, gift shop. I'm not gonna have enough money to make use of that. Whew. Sometimes stuff happens so fast in this game. Okay, you're gonna be blocked. Maybe I just leave you there. Great. No, the treasure. Alright, I mean, both these dummies are blocked for the moment. Ah. Ugh. Okay. Yeah. Oh, fuck. Alright. Everything just got looped in. Okay. Okay. Damn. Okay, that'll get rid of that treasure. I mean, I could put this here, but they'll both get sucked in. Although I don't know... Oh, yeah. Okay, so the catapult did get sucked into that. Oof. Hey, the Jeezy lad. Okay. I'd love to get rid of this one. Neither they're mountains. Clippy says hi. Hard choices, Paul. Hard choices. I mean, if I put it in there, at least I'll be in one region. I don't really have any. I don't have any good offensive cards. If anything, what I'm going to do is make this the target, and then they'll hopefully I'll run after it. I want to maintain some of these rocks because that's how I'm going to make my money. So let's do this. We're going to bring them closer. Uh-huh. All right, and now that fool's busted as long as that's there. It's probably be... Okay, no, I've got one more. Got a good amount of rocks. Got a good amount of bread. No! Just wanted that treasure. Alright, you're blocked. You're blocked. So I only have to worry about this pile. So, I'm just gonna do that, and then we're good to go. Okay. Hey! Hey! Okay. Okay. Yeah, actually, it's not so bad. Really don't want anything from the gift shop. Okay. Gunboats first. Yep. In fact, I'm just gonna pile them up. That's not gonna hit. That's not gonna hit. I actually think the one that's in here might not hit either. It might get blocked by this one. Okay, but I think having a couple gunboats there is really just gonna do it. We'll do one more. And then we'll do a couple defensive guys. Although, what is blocking this one? Okay, so if you guys destroy that, it's gonna be kind of bad news for me, huh? But I need that for money. So maybe I'll designate like this is an enemy, and then it'll probably attack that instead. I mean, let's try it. Again, still trying to figure out all of the rules of this. Okay. So we got some gunboats, we got some defensive guys, we got some miners. Let's get a couple more miners out there. Why not? Go for it. Why the fuck are you guys going up there? Oh, it's because I designated that thing as an enemy? Shit. Okay. All right, well, now I know. I was really hoping they'd clear out the fucking wormhole. And I'm not making any money. Rough. Okay. So one of these signs always speaks the truth and the other one always lies. Yes, they do appear in opposition. Also, the signs are brothers, a pertinent detail. If I remember correctly, we get to ask one question, but I don't really know how to ask a question of a sign. Perhaps if we employed sign language. Pretty good. Sensing that your courtiers are about to become derailed, attempting to solve this riddle, you chime in with your own interpretation. You explain that each one-way arrow indicates the legal direction for travel along the nearest road parallel to the sign. Therefore, the two signs are not in conflict with one another. They are merely orthogonal. You don't bother to mention that, again, the direction from the signs are intended for motorists, not fairies. I must say, Her Majesty's interpretation of logic puzzles certainly is creative. Compared to our own, perhaps you would say it is orthogonal. Still uncertain if you're being mocked, you leave them be. Alright. Yeah. Oh, that's a big boy. Okay. How am I gonna get you out of here? Probably just gonna make this one the target. Hopefully I'll send my fellas over this way. Not always how it's worked out. You count as an enemy? No, probably not. Rough. Don't feel great about this one. Money. Ooh. Yeah. I can place a water tile and then fill it with gunboats. Sorry, lumberjack. Ooh, 5 monies. Okay. Can I put that anywhere? No. Okay. See, if I'd known I had gotten that, I could have moved myself over and then made this water. And that would have been cool and fun and sexy. We're gonna defame the wormhole. And then we're gonna send a couple of gunboats out. Maybe? Yeah, maybe 2. When are these guys gonna come out? Oh, really late. Okay, I'm not that worried about them. I'll get a couple regular miners and a couple tiny miners. And then, yeah, I think that's it. Maybe one more regular miner. All right, let's just see. Oh, okay. Gunboats, what the fuck are you doing? Yeah, hell yeah, gunboats! Yes! Okay, all right. That's great, the gunboats cleared that out pretty effectively. Although there might still be a catapult in it. Which is rough. I guess until I destroy the wormhole, I won't destroy the catapult within the wormhole. Damn. Okay. Hospital, market, or chests. Wormholes, goons. I'm doing kind of okay on health. So we might go... Ooh. Okay. So we got fire, stone. Potion of stone might be good for this. Okay. Okay, where am I? I'm here. All right, let's get you done. Yeah, nice. Nice. I could use more forests for sure. Probably the thing I need the most right now. Because I do have units that require... Yeah, my gunboats. Of course the gunboats need wood. Okay. Okay, there's a lot of nice stone here. If I did that, I'd be closer to the stone. So I'm gonna do that. Oh, how'd you get somebody in you? Okay. All right. Big money, big money. Got 4 chests. Should be pretty good. All right. Ooh. Transmute fighters into lovers. Ooh, or the airlifting spell. Oh. Airlifting is so handy. All right. Probably gonna sell this little guy. This is hard. I want both of them. I'm kind of into the gunboat water meta, but I guess I haven't really used the water tile much at all. It's probably better to be able to move. I mean, it's way more expensive, but strategically, it's probably better to move than to terraform. Let's get the peace one. We'll just see. We'll just see how it goes. Okay. I was reading Maddie Lubchansky's new comic. Just came out this last year, I believe. Simplicity. Cannot recommend it enough. It's like a queer sci-fi folk horror. Queer future sci-fi folk horror. Simplicity. It's really, really, really good. Can I flash any screen? It's a lot of dicks in it, but it's really quite good. I can't recommend it enough. Okay. I don't think I need any of the potions. It is so Jenna coded. I was truly shocked when I cracked it open because I really liked Boys Weekend. I love Maddie. She's great. I love her work. If y'all aren't listening to my former coworker Clayton Ashley and Maddie have a podcast together called, what is it called? Temporal Culture Wars, which is so good. I was on an episode The show, the TV show they're watching is goddamn terrible, but the podcast is quite good. Okay. Yeah, Temporal Culture Wars. Check it out. They're watching the Star Trek that was airing just before and then just after 9/11. So they're reviewing like they're going over like where the American culture was at that period of history, which is super fascinating because although I lived through all of that, I was not super engaged with the news or what was happening really. So it's incredible to listen to them review it and just be like, wow, just a crazy time. All right. I think the catapult might hit me, but I kind of want to move like right here. So I'm surrounded by heals. Actually, could I just swap places with this thing? Let's do that. Cool, okay. Lots of medical lube. Oh my god. Is it yeah, I believe it's Enterprise. It's the one with Scott Bakula, right? As the captain. I do not understand the appeal of that man. I know he does it for some though. God bless him. All right, I guess let's pile on little workers. Get a couple gunboats. I think this will be good. I don't think anything's gonna... This guy might make... No, that guy's not gonna make it to us. Nobody's gonna make it to us. Maybe I'll do one gunboat? No, let's do two. Better safe than sorry. All right, and we need to focus on getting wood. These gunboats are... Whew. Oh my god, they're converging. Whoa, did they destroy? Our enemies seem to have destroyed the catapult. Wow, how many enemies do I need to send out to destroy these stones? All right, volcanoes. I need wood, so I think we'll probably go woods. Although missing fields is a little rough. Catapults, goons, hospital, wormhole, goons, volcano, and a shop. Chests, average, catapult, goons. Oh. I mean, I have to assume we can break down volcanoes like we do everything else. Well, I'm just gonna go for... Oh, the catapults suck, though. Let's go wormholes. All right. Oh, because if we're gonna make offerings to the limbs... I guess those happen more... during the lead up. I mean, now that I've got the teleportation spell, I could just pile everything into one wormhole. No, I guess I don't want to do that. All right, what do I need? I need wood. Oh, my high tide. Oh, I can put some of the cool stuff I got in the high tide. Gosh, there's a lot of... Oh, fuck. Shit. Okay. Alright. Okay. Oh my god. Alright. Alright, that's fine. I'm gonna transport myself somewhere anyway, so it doesn't matter if everything piles up. Oh, Christ. It is piling, though, huh? Oh, I see what's happening. I think I'm not getting bonus food. I'm getting food instead of wood. And that's why I'm struggling to get my wood up, so to speak. My wood numbers are low, and that is why. Okay, well. Okay. I'm here. I'm not gonna be here. And like I don't wanna be here. I don't wanna be anywhere where I'm gonna get volcanoed. I have one more move. I'm trying to think about where best to put. I mean, I could just put myself right here. And then nothing's getting to me, but I'm also not really doing anything. But then I could also deploy defamation and just have them brutalize each other. It's not a bad strategy. Okay. I could put myself right here, and then I'm both protected and have a stone to wail on. Okay. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So what do I need? I'll need teleport and I'll need defamation. I've got everything for all of that. So I guess I'll just get rid of the volcano. That was risky. I shouldn't have fucked with anything close to where. All right, I'm gonna store peace, and we'll leave the rest in there. I don't really need any of it. Okay. All right, we're safe. I'm gonna make you the enemy. We'll make a couple gunboats. No, we'll do miners first. And then a couple, like one gunboat, because that's all I have got the wood for. I don't need defamation. I'm trying to get the enemies to battle each other so that this wormhole isn't quite so big. So if everything's attacking that, then I know nothing can attack me. I just want them to help clean out the wormhole. All right, that's good enough. Well, so I guess there's really no point in having a boat. We'll just do that. Okay. Ah, the wormhole was destroyed. Cool. Cool success. Wormhole to no more. All right. More enemies. All catapults. All boats. But rare chests. Shop. No woods though, huh? That would be pretty rough for me unless I lucked out on the rare chest. I probably shouldn't. No hills. Ugh. I think we're gonna have to do... Oh, the more enemies is rough. I mean, I have enough stone. I think we'll just do more enemies. Rough. Rough. Oh my god. It's a mess. It's a nightmare. Okay. What's the billboard say? Some of the text is small, but it reads, "The desire for a taco is universal." Quite a bold claim. Does Her Majesty agree? Yes. To be honest, you really could go for a taco right about now, but that is insufficient proof of the universality of such a desire. Yes, that is what you were about to suggest. As such, the billboard's claim remain unproven, but also unrefuted. Yep. Everybody loves a taco. Okay. Thinking about the world that I want to live in the game. Poof. Oh man, it's just a lot of enemies. All right, I should leave a little pond somewhere where I can be safe. That wasn't quite what I was hoping. God, it's my only water, but I don't have a lot of moves. Okay, so I could tuck around right there. It's not exciting, but it would get the job done. Fuck. Alright, I could put myself there. Be untouchable. 5 treasure chests. That's great. I love to see that. I know it'll go down, but it feels good right now. I'm gonna put myself there. I don't need to deal with. I'm like, I really want to get rid of all of these guys, but I want to preserve the treasure chests. And if I'm gonna flee, then it doesn't matter where they are. Okay. Ooh. So much treasure. Money, money. Ugh. A farmer. I'm gonna sell the farmer. Trust fund. Doubles in sell value every battle unless otherwise useless. That's tempting, but I only have like 1 or 2 battles left, so I think I'm going to sell it. Knight. Or more peace. I mean, I think we're gonna sell the knight, and we'll just keep another piece. We already gave up a piece, but why not? Oh, anything at the market? I could sell. And get a couple wood, just enough to retire on. We don't need peace. We're being airlifted. We're untouchable. I do wonder. All right, nothing's close enough to apply peace to. I could make them all. I could just make them all wail on some stone, and then we'll get money when they do that. I might as well. I got enough stone. Alright, we'll get a little cash when they destroy those. And then I might actually just sell more stone. Okay. Alright, feeling pretty good. Let's do it. Oh no, an archer! Oh. Shit. Is this the end of our run? I think it is. Damn. I didn't even see that there was an archer. That was sloppy. Sloppy work, chat. Enemy soldier gives you a regretful look as he approaches you in the hall, drawing his sword. Screams resound from the courtyard. I truly don't mean you any harm, your majesty. I just play one on TV. What? He runs you through, and you awake with a start. Damn. Oh, another shower? Okay. Turn on the water and wait for it to heat up. The people of the court believe in a great many things, in magic and science, and the power of words and metaphor, and beauty and poetry. They believe in superstition, and they believe in the morning news. They believe in the tooth fairy, the colon fairy, and the toenail fairy. One thing they do not believe in, to your perpetual astonishment, is cars. They are so right for that, though. As you have gradually deduced, the people of the court consider cars, as in automobiles, as in motor vehicles, to be a baffling delusion of mortals. You have attempted to explain to them that you, along with every mortal of your acquaintance, has interacted with cars many times. That you have countless memories of riding in such contraptions since childhood, of driving them, of paying monthly insurance premiums, etc. Right, that's the sort of thing we frequently hear from mortals, despite all evidence to the contrary. Our current working theory is that a powerful sorceress placed a very specific curse across the entirety of morality. Don't worry, yeah, it was an evil wizard called Henry Ford. Don't worry, your majesty, we will never judge you for believing in cars. Yes, all of us carry a curse or two. Believing in cars is a fairly harmless one. It's nothing to be ashamed of. So they say, but you can't help but notice some of your courtiers snicker whenever the subject arises. As loath as you are to believe that you think you've spent enough time in the shower. Okay. Huh, there's a man resting in the shade of the wall. You vaguely recognize him. Whoa, pal, before you ask me any more questions, you gotta know my deal. My deal is that I can only answer questions you haven't asked. You quickly interject to argue that you haven't asked him any questions today. Also, you've heard this deal already. Yet the man continues, undeterred, barely looking at you. So as to where we are, no can do. Sorry, can't tell you. But what are we doing? Oh man, we're a court of fairies on a quest to find our missing queen. As you stand mystified by his behavior, a worried group approaches. Another one? Somebody fetch Goodfellow. I'll try, but he's been tricky to find as of late. Then bring this one to a closet quickly, and do not speak to him. Two of them shepherd the man away as he continues his repeated spiel. Let me know if you see her, just don't ask me where she is. The remaining courtier turns to you. That man is unwell, your majesty. I'm sorry you had to see this. Can't really explain any further than that. This is business for a steward, and well, it seems like the same steward has been shirking his duty since you arrived, is that correct? Your perception cuts like a knife, your majesty. Forgive me for taking my leave now, but this is a situation that requires haste. He rushes off, leaving you with a vague sense that not all is right within the court. That's fine. Wonder if there isn't some sort of larger purpose to it? For instance, is this a war fought over territories, resources, ideology? Should one side triumph, what becomes of the other side? Is it even possible for a side to triumph if the combatants are all mortal? I think Her Majesty seeks the point. The point? How nostalgic. I quested after the point once in my youth. Oh, how did that go? Is Her Majesty right to think it might be found in the war? Yes and no. The war dominates much of Her Majesty's view, whereas the point is said to reside in plain sight, so it's not a bad place to start. But all current thinking suggests the point actually exists in some other dimension beyond our own. What a hassle. I wish Her Majesty the best of travels then. Couldn't be me. Alright, we got a bonus though. Yeah, Paul, I'm curious what's happening here. Curious and nervous. The dragon's return reminds you of the most recent prophecy you received at the bar to gather 3 eggs. Dragon's eggs makes 1. You can also pick up a very egg-like football on your way there. But what of the 3rd egg? Even if you do find another egg, the thought of safely escorting 2 of them all the way to the dragon makes you feel a bit queasy. You're wondering how necessary any of this actually is. Yeah. I want to do the Leviathan. Anything new? All right. I guess we'll do the same job. I don't see why not. And we'll do Strife. Oh, the Admiral. Half health. Can't gather stone. That would be pretty dire for our build. The wormhole was actually not so bad. I also think the Admirable's not terrible. Cannot gather stone. Begin the war with no resources. Increase price shops. We're gonna do can't gather water. Alright, so probably don't want the water wards. Alright. Alright. Okay, so there's you. Alright. I can't gather water, so I probably don't even need to pay attention to that. Oh. And what's my shit? Food and stone. Oh, I should get more stone. Gotta get more stone. Is that enough stone? Yeah, for 1 defamation. Tough board. Alright, I like being around stone. This is a good little moat. Wouldn't mind if these 2 got taken care of. Just like that. Okay. Oh, good. And then the wormhole is totally cordoned off. That's nice. Okay. And what, 3 chests? Nice. 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 All right. Okay, so you're not even a threat. You can't even get to me. You're the only enemy, and you've just got knights, so... Go! Go, my children! Y'all can focus on 1 stone and take care of the 1 stone. Wow, dude. Nobody was bothering you. Those knights go real far out of their bounds. Alright, probably gonna do volcano chests. Centaurs, no thank you. Scamps and goons, no thank you. Volcanoes it is. Alright, I'm gonna be so mindful. Ooh, we can pick up our peace. Our peace object. I'm gonna be so thoughtful and mindful and not get any catapults trapped in this fucking wormhole. In fact, if you could just stay there surrounded by water, that would be so ideal for me. Alright. Right now I don't think either of these can hit me. But that's gonna change. I've also got to be mindful of volcanoes. Actually, let's drop you down and get rid of you. I mean, this is not bad. Right now there's a mountain range there and water keeping them out. This is not a terrible setup. But I bet I can fuck it up. I bet I could find a way to fuck it up. Really do something about this volcano, huh? Because it is gonna absolutely wreck my shop. Could just move myself up a little. The fire is gonna come for me. My only hope is to get rid of it. Okay. Not really getting it done. I think I am gonna have to scoot. I might have to scoot twice. So if I scoot here and then up, or up and over, then I'll still be behind water, and I'll have a little bit of a water break before it gets to me. So I think that's what we're gonna do. I did that in a dumb way. I did that in such a bad way. Should have gone over and up. God damn it. Okay, well. Should have gone over and up. Oh, a centaur of my own. Wow, and some heavily fireable cobwebs. Ah, I move any direction so long as it's vertical. That's actually, okay, yeah. All right, so you're gonna do this. That's gonna catch, that's gonna catch. How late? Okay, you go pretty late. I'm actually not all that worried. Oh yeah, did I want... I think I will store some of this stuff. I think I want to grab this piece. Yeah, I think I want to store the centaurs. I love them, but they are stopped by hills. And that's sort of my deal with this one. I guess my deal is destroying hills, but it still feels like a good call. Well, in which case, do I want to grab one of these other ones? Probably not that. Oh, I do love the scamp. My loadout is very defensive right now, so let me... we'll just do this. And once again, I'm just gonna load up on miners. And we'll have to focus on getting bread next round. Yeah, alright, let's just see how this goes. Woo-wee! It was getting hot, but we managed. Alright, missing fields, no good. Ooh, we're gonna do wormholes and goons. Alright, you stay back there. Oh, this is a nightmare. This is definitely gonna get hit. If I do that, that wormhole's gonna get sucked up. Ah, fuck. This is a bad one. This is already so bad. I'm doomed. I'm doomed. What am my stuff? Maybe I should just get as close as possible to this wormhole and then encourage them all to be friends with me. Yeah, actually, if that stays there, yeah, I think that's what I'm going to try to do. That's so... This feels like a bad idea, but I think it's honestly my best chance. Okay. All right, I'll have enough bread to move down twice, and then I'll have enough supplies to activate peace. Rough. All right, and we've got a nice moat against all of these. Oh, boy. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think that's just it. I think that they will simply take all of the hits. Yeah, there's only one guy over here. Oh, it's really funny. I'm so curious how this is going to interact with it sticking over for another round. Should I am also just going to designate it as the enemy so that the 1 or 2 chumps that get over here fuck it up. I mean, let's just see. Just see how this goes. Oh, are they gathering for me? And now I feel bad about making them a target. What are they gathering? Oh, they're not gathering for me. They're gathering for the wormhole. All right, yeah, fuck them up. Okay, but I'm so curious if they're gonna remain buds. I think maybe they remain buds. All right, well, let's do this one. Yeah, what are they doing with all those resources? They remained buds. Wow. I mean, this is the strat. This is the strat, gang. Man, that's so funny. They're just my buds now. They're just gonna get filled with resources. Okay. Well, I think I'm gonna do pretty much the same thing. Man, permanent buds. But I have to assume if any more get introduced, they will not be buds. Okay, I still need more wheat. Not a lot I can access. It's a packed fucking tile now. Okay, so I'm here. You're gonna be trouble. I mean, again, I can just, like, move myself far, far away from this and then have them kind of bat at each other. There's really no reason for me to get involved in any of this. Yeah, I do think that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm just gonna leave. Wow. Okay. I could get a knight. Oh, I could get some birds. Ooh. Better range from hills. I think I'm gonna take the archers. I think I'm just gonna sell these other two. Yeah, I think that's the plan. All right. So you got enemies coming in. It's really just, okay, yeah. Well, a couple guys. Might just go ahead and, yeah, do I want to move? Does my, did that do it? Yeah, okay. So I can get this one on our side. But, or I guess not on our side, just like chill though. Are you gonna come and start shit with me though? I'm gonna do a couple archers. And we will convince that one to be chill. Okay. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. Oh. Hey, those guys weren't hurting anything. Okay, actually, you know what? Great. Honestly, that went way better than I expected it to. Those archers are pretty clutch. Whew. All right, volcanoes, standard, okay. Yeah, it's gonna be this one again. I need wheat. Okay. Is this my little wormhole? Or my wormhole get ate? I mean, it's empty now. It's empty now. But it doesn't have to be. I think these are unaffiliated. The archers shot the butthole. Yeah, Andy. What a phrase. What a statement. Maybe that's what we'll do here, too. They're all centralized. I mean, I could move myself up right here and then defang this one. I want some real estate. No. No, I don't really see the point. We're just gonna make just a lot of archers. And just kind of let them have their wicked way. These guys aren't gonna get over here because of this moat. These guys are gonna take a while. Yeah, I think that's good. In fact, I think we only need 3. Cocky, maybe. Not when they kick ass, though. Wow, the archers are quite good. All right, this is the difficult round, and then we'll face this guy again. And I won't fuck it up. I'm gonna do a good job. Oops, all volcanoes. A market, I can trade some of my stuff at the market, which might be beneficial. Ooh, all centaurs. But centaurs are stopped by stone, which is pretty handy. This one's all catapult and missing hills. Let's not do that one. Oh, missing fields, huh? Missing hills? Okay, this is the one. The archers are so good, Paul. Okay. 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 Ooh, it's a complicated one. You explained the concept of a bus stop. Now hold on, I'm confused. Is a bus the same thing as a car? Almost. Think of it like this. If a standard car were a goblin, then a bus would be a troll or an ogre. Yeah, that's pretty fair. I see. That must be quite menacing. They are. Rather than attempting to divert these mythical beasts, mortals provide regular sacrifice to them. Sacrifice? Yes, as Her Majesty was just describing, these bus stops are sites of human sacrifice. At any of these stops, you find mortals milling about, hoping to be devoured. Okay, as futile as it may be, you attempt to issue a correction. You explain that buses are a means of transportation. Mortals who board a bus are not killed, but instead taken to another stop in another part of town. I see. So when the bus devours you, you are allegedly reborn in a new realm? So the mortals say. Fortunately for them, buses do not exist, and these sacrifices are therefore never genuine peril. A relief. I, for one, would not want to spend most of my singular life waiting to be devoured. Yeah. Yeah, it's no good. Okay, so we try to get you to kind of, I don't know why I thought that was a good idea. I mean, the volcanoes are gonna do a lot of heavy lifting right now. Who's got the archer? Alright, I'm gonna get rid of you, bud. Not been successful. Oof. Okay. Well, I don't like being here, but I can always move myself upwards. Alright, I've got one more move. I'm gonna move myself far north. Probably like right... maybe just right here. Will that get me? It will not get me where I need to go. Where? Okay. I kind of want this water. I want to go north. The water's really like the only move I can do anymore, even. Maybe if I do this. This one will not move. This is what I want to do. Yeah. Oh, no! I was like, okay, I'll move the volcano that's here down, and then I'll swap with the volcano. It just replaced it with another volcano! Oh, hi, it's Jean. Welcome to Titanium Nightmare. No, welcome to Titanium Court. It's a match 3 game, kind of. Oh! I've reached my limit. Oh, okay. This has never happened before. Alright. That's fair. Yes, we tried no transaction limits for a while, but it was a total disaster. Sinkholes of power were constantly popping up. The entire magical ecosystem was under threat of collapse. It was also boring. Very boring. Alright, fair enough. Okay, yeah. It is volcanoes all the way down. in a way that is not going to be great for me. Yeah, so pretty much everywhere I could go is going to be volcanoed. Where is going to be the least volcanoed? Because I can always make one of the volcanoes a site of combat, and that'll buy me a little time. I think if I go here and I make this a site of combat. Oh, that's one of the first ones to go, though, huh? But it's also, like, the only spot that is not being hit by multiple volcanoes. Oh. I think we have to try our luck. Because if we're also piling on our archers. And then, well, also, I'm also going to designate... I'm going to spread out these enemies a little bit. I guess a lot of stuff is going to get... Pretty much everything's going to get blown up by volcanoes, huh? Well, then let's just... Well... I guess it won't hurt. Anything that can help spread things out will be fine. Alright. Yeah, get that volcano. Oh, we did it! Okay. Uh-oh, I'm on fire. Oh, God. We just have to wait and see if I burn to death. Okay, I won't. Yeesh. That was a pretty rough one. No, I'm not going to replace it with a musical battle. I'm curious how many musical options there are. I'm not curious enough to sit through another song. Phew. Yeah, the volcanoes kicked my ass for sure. Many scholars have reported the presence of strange radio signals near active leviathans. They hypothesize that these signals may be attempts at communication on the part of the beast. Their Majesty does have a radio. Worth an experiment, wouldn't you say? You would say, and so you begin tuning the radio on your desk. Somewhere deep in the AM band, you come across a stream of haunting noises. It sounds a bit like a traffic jam that learned how to sing. While these noises do not resemble any language you're aware of, you're still able to parse their meaning somehow. For the sake of a reader, a rough translation. Bees! Bees! Help! Bees! Get them off me! Get them off me! Help! I hate bees! I hate bees! Get them off! Okay. Okay. So if we're trying to make sacrifices to it, we probably just want a regular board. I wish I had more money. But I hit the market limit. I don't know if market limit is for the whole combat round or... I don't know. I don't know. Okay. So before I will accept anything, you must first offer something to an empty patch of water. You need to wait for low tide before you make any offerings, though. You must satisfy each of its tentacles with individual offerings. Make an offering correspond to the most common terrain type surrounding it. This is a lot. It's mostly surrounded by fields. Offer it food. Remember that surrounds includes diagonal neighbors. When a tentacle is surrounded by any courts, you must make an additional offering per court to satisfy it. If a tentacle is not surrounded by any fields, woods, or hills, you must offer money. Each tentacle, you offer money to the head. Okay. Alright, I honestly don't know how we're gonna do this. I think since I have the least amount of fields, we should try to make sure none of the tentacles are surrounded by fields. But I don't really know... Okay. I don't know what it means to make Oh, that was the thing I wanted to read. Before the Leviathan will accept any offerings, must first offer something, anything to an empty. Okay, so this all happens afterwards. Okay. Alright, well, I'm just going to try to get a lot of wheat so that there's less wheat on the board. Nice. No, not me. Okay. Boy, I hate this over here a lot. I might have to move something to get this situation unclogged. Or I can just move myself away from it when the time comes. Alright, so the fewer tentacles that are on the field, the fewer sacrifices I'm going to have to make. We're going to get... So right now, this one is woods. This one is probably stone. And this one is stone. Okay. So there's 3 tentacles on the field. Right now, this one would want stone. This one would want stone or wood. It's just so ambiguous. Okay. Let's crack our offerings open. Okay. Attempt to make an offering to the Leviathan. Okay, first we have to make an offering to an empty tile. So... I guess let's make an offering of wood to this one. Visibly relaxed. Okay. And then, so this one, we're going to make an offering of stone. Right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah. It provides no indication as to whether it found the offering pleasing. Uh-oh. Okay, first offer something to an empty patch of water. Most common terrain types surrounding it. Okay, so that's got to be stone. 1, 2, 3. Okay, but it didn't make any gesture. That's fine. Okay. Once satisfied, offer honey to the head to complete the offering. All right. Provides no indication whether it found it satisfying. Well, okay. Okay. Alright, I guess we'll just go for it then. And by go for it, I mean get the fuck out of here. And I guess, should we just, like, not attack since it's not an enemy? I guess that's what I'm gonna do. I think we're just gonna go for it. Was there a court surcharge? Based on all of the information I have available, I have done what I needed to do. I offered a patch of water. I said it's only got one tentacle up. I satisfied it with a most common terrain offered, including surrounding. Oh, when it's surrounded by courts, you have to make an additional offering per court to satisfy it. Do I have to do these in order? Once each tentacle has been satisfied. Okay. It's not an active court, but I understand. Okay, pleased by this offering, let's make another offer of money to the head. And it might need another one because it's also surrounded by a court. Something about this combination of offerings is making it go wild. It appears to have officially joined your side of the battle. We are friends. We're friends. Oh, man. Okay, cool. Well, I'm just going to send my little guys out. And that's it. We're just gonna go for it. Oh, I lost a tentacle, but it's okay. Wow, we only had 9 health left. I should have been paying more attention to my health. Having somehow managed to bribe the colossal squid you aren't capable of communicating with, the court is now free to proceed. Cool. When it comes to books and ancient gods, it never hurts to buy local. Having demonstrated your burgeoning skill, your tolerance for new challenge grows. All right, we can do the strife thing too. With the war now behind you, you encounter a memorial dedicated to its victims, which was a lot. Okay. All right, let's go. First things first. Let's do the strife thing. Okay. To strife level 4. Did I not make it to strife level 5? I see. Maybe I guess I didn't level it. Okay, we'll be back. What we got? I can do 2 of everything except wood, food. So let's do... Yeah, we'll put you there. Put you there. Put you... Can we just put you there? No, okay, you fall. That makes sense. Having stacked it as high as you can, you step back from the pile. Cat paces back and forth in front of it, placing its front paws on its base and quickly retreating. Ah, I think your work remains unfinished, Great Queen. This ladder cannot support my hefty martial build. Huh, you think you understand its trepidation. While it does reach the top of the stairs, the pile isn't particularly stable. If you stack it to the top in every column... Okay, yeah, that's not unexpected. Okay. I kind of assumed that's what we were going to have to do anyway. Alright. Well, let's see if there's any more new rumors. Oh, it's quiet. Alright. I silenced the rumors, I guess. Yeah. I don't think I have enough money to get a new amount of high score, so we're just gonna buy tickets and be done with it. Oh, we can get a new thing. Oh, yeah, I guess we'll do this one. Okay, and then don't really need to check up on the... I don't think there's anything else we really need to do. Anything in here happening? No. Sorry, Leland. I don't care. Okay. Let's go bother Puck. Why are you trying to keep me away from the shortcut? And to think this whole time I was terrified you would discover this answer on your own. Instead, I should have been afraid of you forcing it out of me. Very well, I suppose the damage is nearly done. I might as well complete it for you. You see, with the shortcut uncovered, there's nothing to stop you from asking as many questions of me as you wish. Now you understand? That blasted mirror places me completely at your mercy. I just hope you have some. If we ever find out the things with the mirrors, I don't know how to answer that. I mean, we got a shortcut. The shortcut takes us to the end of victory. So if we wanted to, like, I guess go through and figure out all the answers to Puck's questions, or all of Puck's answers to our questions, we could, but it's not all that thrilling. Another shower? Think about movement. Specifically, you think about how the court is able to move freely during high tide without any matches. At first, you thought this merely a useful trick to keep in mind when there are no matches available. But now you recognize it as a powerful tool in your strategic arsenal. By moving the court directly at key movements, it's much easier to achieve an advantageous position than if you just rely on matches. Additionally, once the court is in advantage position, it can just move back and forth a few times, thus proceeding to low tide. You'll try to keep these maneuvers in mind, although you found they can be pretty easy to forget when you're distracted by matches. As loath as you are to leave, yeah. Alright. Oh, another basketball game. Today I'm fascinated by the feint. We must discuss. So you might ask, can someone who says nothing tell any lies? Well, the feint answers this question with a resounding yes. These, once again, you pay minimal attention to him, so you're feeling overwhelming weariness. If only I could love basketball. Wait, something is off. Specifically, something is very wrong with this basketball game. The man at the free throw line looks like a corpse. He shows clear signs of dehydration. Sweat stains his shoes as he bounces the ball listlessly on the ground. The shot clock reaches 0. He hasn't taken a throw. He hands the ball back to the official, then collapses. Scores 3,500 to 1,700. It is still the fourth quarter. One commentator is making meager attempts to provide play-by-play while her partner appears to have fallen asleep. The wrongness of the scene shocks you. What has happened here? Oh, does it finally have your attention, Your Majesty? Do you like my handiwork? I decided to extend the fourth quarter indefinitely. That game will not be ending. I wanted to see what happened to the misery of a blowout loss when you felt it fester for eternity. You look at the man seated to your left. Is he claiming responsibility for whatever is happening to this game? His sudden grin reminds you of a dangerous predator. Alan Tudyk, no! You make quite the face, Your Majesty. Shall I go ahead and interpret your thoughts? You are thinking that you never considered me a threat until just now. You are thinking I am dangerous. You are wondering who I am and what business I have here. You are also struggling to understand why it never occurred to you to ask any of these questions until now. As I was saying, today we are discussing feints. How I waltzed right in here, how I nullified any suspicion, how I blended in with noise until the time was ripe. A feint, it was all a feint. Your pedestrian scholars might call it magic, but that is too loftly. This was all just a feint. Of course, now my feint is complete and my blow has landed. Please allow myself to introduce myself. Queen of Titanian Court, I am your enemy. He stands there, letting the statement sit for a few uncomfortable moments. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must go present myself to Goodfellow. It has been years. All right, have fun. Honestly, you doubt you could do anything to stop him as he leaves. The game on screen continues much as it was and much as it will until the end of time. That's a shame. But it's time for breakfast. You've noticed that fairies possess similar table manners to mortals with one exception. Whenever you politely ask them to pass you a dish from across the table, they do so by passing it along the perimeter of the table away from you, such that the dish takes the longer leg of the circuit on its path around the table, eventually arriving at your position. You struggle to conclude whether this practice, consistent and unspoken, is mostly charming or mostly irritating. As a result, you get a bonus. All right. We've got a new job. Yeah, I guess let's give it the new job. Oh, hey, Robin. Check this guy out. I'm afraid I'm not sure who you're referring to, Your Majesty. I'm not very good with names. She smiles sheepishly. You attempt to refresh Robin's memory. She was present when he first arrived? Oh no, her notes. He immediately launches into a diatribe about death when you walked him around the courtyard. You were high on baseball at the time. I'm sorry, Your Majesty. I'm new here and still getting my bearings. I genuinely don't recall any of this. Okay. But I'll certainly keep an eye out for anyone monologuing about death. Well, he's probably talking about something else by now, but her attention is appreciated. You don't understand what he's up to, but given his proclaimed hostility, you'd like to keep an eye on him. Alright. Yeah, alright. So we've got offensive spell, move to a new location. Stone mining. Get paid by making things dangerous. Defensive job. Okay. Receive $1 whenever an enemy unit appears during the battle. Ah, I see. Well, should we try to unionize the goats? I don't know if we have any information on how to do that, really. I think the next prophecy we were supposed to do was get eggs. That seems pretty counter to our current job. But I don't know if I know how to unionize the goats. But I guess we could just try it and see. I want to get strife back up. I want to do strife. Damage terrain. I understand now that would have been beneficial to do with the last job, because I think we got bonuses when terrain was destroyed, or we got money, I should say. So we, without the ability to produce miners, cannot gather stone. I mean, I think we're gonna do the treacherous wormhole, especially with our current job. I think that would be kind of beneficial. Start the war with no resources, no food, no stone, damaged terrain. I feel like this isn't going to be a terrain gathering heavy. Well, wait a minute. I have 5 strife. Why wasn't I allowed to choose strife? As Snail Comics, as far as I know, increasing strife just makes things harder. I don't. There is something we're trying to do in the main court area, where we have an option to either choose comfort or choose strife once they're at level 5. And I went and it didn't let me. I guess I should have clicked through a little bit closer. But it's unclear what the payoff for this will be yet, as with much of this game. Yeah, I guess let's just damage the terrain. I'm sorry, I don't have a better answer for you. Okay. Volcanoes, chests, birds, and goons. And we're gonna do this. I love the chest. It's my favorite item to get. And we're gonna need money. So we probably want a lot of enemies on the board. We need bread. Get paid by making things dangerous. I don't know what that means. But let's focus on getting stone and bread. Neither of those are on the board, huh? Okay. Not great. Maybe we'll get something good in the chests. Okay, yeah, actually two pretty good options. Okay, what are you gonna give me? Archers, love archers, or knights? I think let's do an archer outpost since we can kind of move around. Well, hold on, let me think about this first. Move to a new location. Alright, so you're there. I don't really want to be near you. I might just go... I might go over here, so let's go... You can be an archer outpost. It's a structure. Once it's been built, you can just leave it alone and it'll do its thing. Shoot down enemies that come into its range. Whenever you see that, it means it'll follow you from battle to battle. Okay. Okay. I mean, I could deploy a bunch of miners right here and then bail. I mean, I actually couldn't, because then I would not have the resources to bail. Alright, and I see. Place an enemy. Okay. It really does just place an enemy? And a centaur enemy? But it got me money? Okay. Okay. This is strange. This is a strange loadout. I've already taken some hits, so maybe hospital would not be a bad idea. Birds goons, archers goons, catapult goons. I don't think catapults will count towards me making money, so let's not do that. And I think I need hills. I need fields a lot though. Let's do that. I got an okay amount of stone. Right on schedule, a dire goat emerges from the booth and motions to the sign. What about your brethren? I mean, we could also try to defeat the billy goat the old-fashioned way with murder. I don't want to do that though. I feel bad. But it would make this a more important round. Maybe we can... Listen, we'll just do it. Okay, maybe we have to keep them alive for all of the rounds. Maybe that's the strategy. What if this was a game about love, not murder? You know? Guess I could use more water. What do I really need? I've got nothing that calls for water. Bread is what I need most. Okay. Okay. Stay with me, little goat. I'm gonna protect you. I'm not gonna let anything happen to you. It's a scary world out there, little guy. Nice. All right. Yeah, that was great. Stone and cash. No, I don't care. I don't need that. All right, so I'm here. I'm just gonna airlift myself right on out of here. Probably to, I mean, you guys are gonna come over here, right? Maybe I'll just put myself in this corner. Or I could just put myself right here. Yeah. And then I could make more enemies. But if I'm trying to keep the billy goat alive, maybe I don't want to do that. But I could put it far away. I could put it real far away where it probably won't get to anybody. Just one. Just one. It'll be okay. Yeah, hell yeah, goat. Look at this goat fucking go. This goat's here to fucking party. Okay, don't get ahead of yourself, buddy. No, little goat. Oh. Oh. With the toll paid and battle weathered, gives you a nod before returning. Okay. Kept him alive. And befriended him. I feel like this is the path. This is the path to unionizing. Archer's goons, catapult goons, but hospital. I think we're gonna do archer goons. I want to preserve as much money as I can because that's what this is about. A menacing birdcage suddenly appears in front of the court. Oh, right. What's the deal with this? Creates a moat at the start of each battle. Okay. I would love a moat. In fact, I think I'm just gonna try to preserve as much water. So I can just once again, like, tuck myself away behind a little defensive area. Yeah, what do I need? I need just bread and stone, basically. Don't even really need stone all that much. I'm curious, Andy, that's my idea, is if it's gonna create a bird moat, I wanna see if it does that in such a way that I can steal it, because I do think that would be really, really funny. If nothing else, if I can keep this little thing there, be good to go. I think I'm conceptualizing this as a private island run, where I'm just sort of letting the hoi polloi fight amongst themselves. Okay. Perfect. See, I've got a little... Hey, perfect! I will be taking that, thank you, if I can. I mean... doubles in sell value. Yeah, why not? I mean, I think I'm pretty much just gonna keep flying myself out of trouble. So we'll take this as a backup, but kind of got my strat, you know? This guy's gonna fly all of its shit to me, which is not ideal. So I will probably use this to designate something else a target, and then just let them fight each other. Oh yes, let it fight my wormhole. Okay, yeah, let's just see how this goes. I probably should have grabbed the shield, but this is fine. I'm gonna destroy this wormhole. Oh no, they destroyed it too quickly. Aw, shit. Oh, damn, yeah. Oh, boy. Okay. Maybe I have to complete a run with 5 strife to unlock 5 strife. I don't know if I want another shower. Yeah, it was a rough one. We're gonna do one more run. Thinking about shopping. Women be thinking about shopping, you know? Women be kept conceptualizing their place in a capitalist society. Specifically, there are 2 things about the shop that strikes you as odd but convenient. First, you're able to phone in and check the inventory of the shop during high tide, and they're otherwise closed for business. Second, when the shop is swallowed by the tide, it often returns to the battlefield soon after, but with a new line of products. Two facts give rise to an idea. If I don't like the stuff, I can send it away and it'll come back with new stuff. Is that what you're gonna tell me, game? Yeah. Start by immediately checking the inventory. Intentionally match the shop away. Yeah. Yeah. Might be unethical. All's fair in fey and war. Tide doesn't harm your majesty, it rearranges, but perhaps that qualifies as harm in her majesty's view. I know mortals can be picky, etc., etc. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Ah, another painting. You like this one? Yeah, I bet I do. A baseball painting? Yeah, I bet I do. Gotta put out some suet next time, that's true. I'm a strong proponent of feeding birds. In fact, I ran out. I got just a huge stack of suet because it's the time of year when a lot of birds are migrating, and I was like, I'm gonna put out a little treat for the little migrating birds. And they just decimated, they decimated my stockpile. I've gotta get more. Your Majesty, is it normal for young mortals, upon completion of secondary school, to sign their names to a potent group spell? You pause. You're not really sure what she's referring to. Look, I mean this. She produces a high school yearbook from 1998. I've found many similar examples in our archives. It's covered in signatures wishing each other well. You suppose the answer to her question is yes, in the US at least, it is tradition for friends to sign each other's yearbooks. But you needn't look so concerned. Signing a yearbook isn't magic. It doesn't really do anything. Yeah, Your Majesty, I beg to differ. Signing your name is a powerful magical act. This wasn't done with intent. It can't mean nothing. The written incantations imply that this is a spell of binding, intended to hold a group together or suspend a moment in time. Maybe it functions like that symbolically, but you wouldn't say it noticeably impacts whether groups actually stick together. After all, it isn't uncommon for yearbook signings to be one of the last things a social group does together before going their separate ways. So it's actually a kind of tomb for friendship? I should have guessed. Every mortal spell seems to be a tomb for something. Okay. Oh, more petitions. First, the cat. I cannot recall committing any crime worthy of such punishment. Ah, I seek a royal pardon. Please unbind my chains and persecute those responsible for my unjust incarcerations. You nod to Robin as she opens the door to let the cat out. Fairy in a soldier's garb. Ah, the one we met last time. Find myself in dire need of coaching. I don't understand the difference between loud and noisy. Well, they're almost synonyms, though you suppose that noise usually carries a negative connotation, where loudness is occasionally desired in certain situations. Yes, Her Majesty has the right idea. Noisy merely describes undesirable sound regardless of volume. So it's possible for something to be quiet and noisy? Well, if the quiet noise is interfering with your ability to hear something else, then sure. I see. Thank you, Your Majesty. Thank you, Venerable Scholar. Oh, hear faint scratching at the door. You ignore it. It's not true. I would open the door for the cat. Next in line, a young woman. I would have it that every 5th day following the week's start feature a feast of great indulgence. We're already doing Pizza Day. We did Pizza Friday. Did they not follow through on it? She just says the same thing again. Your Majesty, please, you mustn't speak to this woman. She's unwell. We must bring her to Puck or find a place for safekeeping. Uh-oh. The NPCs in the game are starting to break down. One of them can accompany the woman to Puck or wherever they plan to take her, but at request that the others stay here and explain. None of us should be alone with her a while. Then let me be of service. He and Skip gently guide the woman out of your office. Wow! Finally! Well, I know not the reason I was exiled from your inner circle. I'm relieved to be back in your good graces, great queen. The woman unfortunately appears to have gone stale. He makes to leave, but you stop him. You're not familiar with the term stale applied this way. Would you care to elaborate? I really wouldn't. It's a very uncomfortable subject for us. Goodfellow really would be a better, based on your experience with the man Goodfellow, would be considered harder to locate and question than the scholar standing in front of you. I suppose it's only fair that I grant one of your petitions. Very well. Simply put, the fairy goes stale when they run out of things to say. You may think this is no big deal, but I assure you it is. When a fairy runs out of things to say, it is often permanent. You've now seen the effects in that woman. To all appearances, she is alive, awake, and alert, but she cannot converse, cannot direct, cannot act. She cannot do anything other than repeat the last sentence she spoke. She is now a homunculus, a puppet, a golem, a sprite. Ah, sprite. Fun game pun. Now, to ask you 3 questions you have yet to ask. To answer 3 questions you have yet to ask. What causes it? We don't know. Can it be cured? Probably not. Doesn't stop people like Goodfellow from trying. What can we do about it? Smile and shrug and quiver with a subtle nervousness. Now, do I have your leave? Or perhaps there are other awkward but necessary informational talks I can give you. Someone has explained sex to you, I assume. How about you grant him leave, unofficially concluding this audience and leaving you with quite a bit to think about. Ah, the mirror is back. It caught my fancy, you see, so I bought it. It really ties the war together, don't you think? Well, at least it doesn't immediately trap you in a psychic prison when you look at it now. Goats. Goats, goats, goats. Or should we try to do... Should we try to do the dragon run? Get all the eggs. It's all getting too meta. Isoplot, I am curious if that's where everything is headed. All right, if we're gonna do eggs, we're not gonna burn. I think we're gonna do the defensive insurance claim. I think we're gonna do this one if we're gonna do eggs. Would you prefer goats? We're gonna do one more run for this stream. It's either gonna be goats or eggs. I'm worried that I don't know how to unionize the goats. Because for the economic battle with the Kraken or the Leviathan, it had to give me quite a lot of information about how to do that. I'm worried that the game hasn't given me the information of how to do the goats yet, which is why I think I'm gonna do eggs. We'll do eggs and we'll do comfort. Yeah. And hopefully, yeah, okay. We get an egg. Decreased enemy. If we're doing egg run, fewer enemies is probably the move. There is a strife option where we start with the egg. But if we're doing egg, I want the comfort. I want the delicacy of the comfort. Start with a inspirational great banner. All units display improvements at everything. Start with extra health. I think just fewer enemies. An archer tower. Soldiers that keep following you. That's also tempting. I think maybe an archer tower would be good, just to have more people. The Great Banner was incredible, but I think just having fewer enemies is going to be the most clutch. See the archer tower. I think maybe a soldier's keep. Although if we do the archer tower, we can get one more bonus. But the bonus is just going to be, like, extra stuff. Let's do an extra soldier keep. Okay. Okay, and there are eggs on the field, so we should be able to get all 3. Okay. Volcanoes seems risky. We've got hills. What are my stuff? We need a lot of stone. We need a lot of bread. So not having these hills is not great. But as long as I'm safe about the wormholes, I think it'll be okay. Yeah, we're gonna go for this. Well, I don't have 3 eggs yet. I only have 1 egg for now. But yeah, it is gonna be a nightmare. It is just gonna be very difficult. Alright, I need bread and stone. I'm not gonna get any bread. Actually, oh, okay. If I put that, well, if I put that there, they'll collapse, but nothing will get put in them, right? Okay, yeah, they got full of nothing. Oh. I really want to get you out of the way, but I don't know if that's going to happen. But maybe as long as you're not near the egg. My guys, I mean, I've got more guys than you. I don't have anything combatant, though. I can only build these. I can build these adjacent, but I can't build them. Oh. If I do this, I might luck out and get a drop. It just doesn't feel likely. If I did that, I could get them both sucked into the wormhole. I don't think that's really going to help me much. Oh, and actually, I won't have space to move it. All right. Hey! Hey, I did it! No enemies on the table. Whew. What do we got? Oh, defensive wall that you can move around the battlefield. Awesome. Very good. All right, great. My preparations are none. There are no stones, so there's no reason to build a stone guy. I guess I could start building walls, but until I know how this is all gonna fall out, it doesn't seem all that helpful. Yeah, so we're just gonna You haven't deployed any units yet. Yeah, I don't need to. Go, go, my children. Nice. Okay. All right, this will be the round we get another egg, but it will be at the end of the round. I think I should go for lots of stone. Hey, HTML, yeah, I wanted to do one more run. Trying to conclude the game so we can move on to other games. I'm enjoying it, but it's just a lot. It's a lot of game. The game's a lot of game. I mean, I could do the thing where I just shift myself back and forth. But I just filled up my whole meter with an incredible round. I guess I could get a little bit more stone. Or not a little bit more stone, a little bit more wood. It's just that I just don't need it. Yeah. Great. Another impervious round. Wow, okay. Yeah, let's pick up an egg. More money. More resources. I guess we need more stone, so I'm just gonna take more stone. Okay. Whew. I mean, we're doing okay so far. Build a wall that you can move around the battlefield. I guess let's build a movable wall so that we can get a better sense of how this even functions. Move your portable wall elsewhere. Okay, I see. So I can only build one, but I can move it wherever I want for the cost of 3 bread. Interesting. No, I do not want to move it. Would I like to build a wall? Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna fortify. There's nothing to fortify against, but these should follow through to me to the next round. And then there will be even fewer spaces. Well, let me undo that. Because I kind of want these guys to be able to go. Alright. I mean, let's just see how it goes. I mean, I know how it's gonna go. Nothing's gonna happen, because there's no enemies. Okay. 2 eggs. No damage. So far, so good. Boats and goons. Archers, goons. Archers are the ones I'm maybe most worried about. Boats, but it's missing water? Okay, game. What is that even gonna mean? Does that mean it's gonna be way harder for me to... Uh-oh. A rowdy barn full of centaurs suddenly appears in front of the court. Why? Surround itself with fields at the start of low tide. Okay. I think what this means is they're just not going to be able to move. And that's fine. Okay. Got enemies here. You're really close. You're really close to my egg, motherfucker. I mean, you're a gunboat. You are definitely going to destroy. Ooh. I would love to buy a great banner. Okay. Yeah, I would love to get that great banner. How are we gonna get this one out of here? And where's my court? Okay, my court's over here. Alright, I need to focus on getting stuff over here down. It's the only way I'm gonna clear this out. This is looking so bad. This is so frustrating. I shouldn't have built these walls. Now I understand. I mean, there's just nothing. What am I going to be able to do about this? This really sucks. There's just absolutely nothing I can do about that. It's really frustrating. There's literally nothing I can do. I don't think I can cast defense on anything. I guess let's buy it and we'll see. Yeah, no, it doesn't affect my egg. This is annoying. I just think it's going to be able to shoot through it. All right. I mean, if it kills the egg, that's just the end of the run. That's the only thing I was doing with this run, so I don't think there's a way to get another egg. All right. Well, that's demoralizing. 2 of them didn't survive. 2 of them died, game. Ugh. Alright. Alright, that's the end of the stream. I'll deal with the rest of this, but that's the end of that run. I'm not gonna complete the run. Having failed so spectacularly. That's a shame. Those first 2 rounds were so good and clean. Anyway, alright, we'll be back Sunday playing more of this game. I might even look into how to get to the end of the game. It's just, I want to move on to other things. I'm enjoying this game a lot, but I am also starting to hit a dead end with it emotionally. So maybe we'll just do like an extra long stream Sunday and see what we can get done. It's hard to get a sense of if I'm making progress. And if so, what that progress is. I think learning that the curses were mostly for achievements, or seemed to have only an effect vis-a-vis the achievements, was sort of like, well, I guess I wasn't trying to defeat those, but it's also like, okay, I would have been less concerned if I had understood that. What I want to play next is Wax Heads, Meyer. So that's the next on my list. I also have Forbidden Solitaire. I have Tethergeist that I want to move on to. So lots of really good games that I want to get into. If you like precision platformer, Tethergeist is one maybe to dig into. But yeah, I'm enjoying it a lot too. But it's also like, okay, how many more showers telling me mechanics I've already understood about the game am I going to have to crack open? I don't know. Anyway, have a good rest of your week and have a good start to your weekend, and I'll see you Sunday.